Hello everyone, it's Bernina Jeff, and it's this time of the month again for the FTCU software education. And today we're going to do some digitizing from logos and stuff. You go out on the internet and you copy and try to digitize it with the wizard, and it doesn't work. But we're going to draw some things, use the tools we have. And right here is the little sun with the spa, and it actually goes with this company here that's in Gateway, Colorado. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. First off, this is the logo that I found on the internet, and I just right-clicked on the web page on the logo and it said save image as. So I saved that image as, and it was a JPEG or something like that. So what I did is I brought it to my computer, and I was going to use the digitizing wizard. So we're going to click on the digitizing wizard, and we're going to go into, there's the auto digitizing wizard, and then there's the advanced auto digitizing wizard. Both of them are pretty good. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the advanced digitizing wizard, and I'll show you why we have to do this from scratch. So it brings me to what I want to bring in. So it's called a Legre logo. It's going to take a look at this. So here's the logo. It's really, really low pixels, so it's got a lot of squares. And then it digitizes it to this very chunky, very nice looking sort of result. So I'm going to cancel it. There's no way I'm going to be able to work with this. So instead, I have the logo as a backdrop. So if you don't know how to bring in a backdrop, you actually go to this tool that looks like mountains with the little corner. So you left click on it and left click. It's already active, so I'm confused it. Anyway, there's already one on here, so I don't know if I can delete this. Let's see if I can delete it. No, once the backdrop's in there, it's not active to just delete. So see where it says backdrop tool? When it's not one on there already, you can slide over, and then you go on your computer, you find where you have your pictures, and you bring it in. So what I'm going to do here is hit the magnifying glass, and I'm going to put a square around the points of the sun here. So this gives me a general idea of what I want to do, as far as I'm going to use this green pencil for my artwork. So I'm going to come over here and hit my select tool, and now I'm going to hit my artwork tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click here one time, and then I'm going to hold down the control key. This helps it curve. Left click, left click, left click. I'm just imagining one of these tongues of the sun. Now when I want to change directions, I let go of the control key, and I wanted a straight direction, and I left click again. Now I'm holding the control key down again. So see this tongue here, this flame tongue? Now I get down the bottom, I'm letting go of the control key, left click again, left click, left click, left click, left click. I'm doing two of these, so when I let go of the control again, so when I use my circle template tool, they look a little wonky, so they're not exactly regular. So if I just did one of them and then duplicated it, it would look very regular. I want the flames to look a little wonky. So now that I'm done, I'm going to hit my enter key or right click, and you can't see it, but there's little light blue lines. So now I want to get rid of this backdrop. So down here is a little extra area, and the backdrop toggles on or off. So I'm going to toggle it off. So there we have it. We have two little flames, and you're going to see how easy this is to make a sun out of those two little points. So my cursor looks funny, so I'm going to come up here and hit my select tool. So I've selected those two little points. I'm going to use this circle template tool. I'm going to left click on it, and we have our points here, but they're not in the right angle. So I'm going to take the angle on the bottom, and I'm going to hold down the upper angle till it turns. I'm holding it down. Whoops, I went too far. Till it turns those points about where I want them. 270 might be perfect. Now I'm going to reduce the size, and I counted all the points on my sun, and there's 18 points. So this is a pair of them, so I need to make a count of 9 here. And now if I reduce my size, I'm going to keep the aspect ratio. I'm going to reduce the size until those guys start coming together. They're going to grow, and then all of a sudden, oops, I went too far. I'm going to grow it outwards. Oh, it's starting to look like a sun now. Now I'm clicking. All right, so my angle's off. I want that to touch there. I want the two tips to touch. So that's the wrong way. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to make the angle a little steeper. Now I'm going to make it a little smaller again. And I want it to touch. I'm going to make my angle down again. No, I'm going to go up. So I'm looking at the points here. All right. Doesn't that look like a cool little saw blade or sun now? Now I'm going to hit apply. And then I'm going to click on OK. And it's going to turn those two little points into the 18 points. Now that's artwork. If you look over here, and if you look on the parts here, it's artwork. A bunch of little pieces of artwork. Now I'm going to select it, and it brings it in all grouped together. Now I'm going to just do a standard fill, and I'm going to click on the fill, and well, this is really, really small. This is 0.4 of an inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to transform, and my transform is over here, and I want this about a 2.5 inch, and I'm going to hit apply. And the reason it looks so weird there is the stitches, it was just enlarged there. So I'm going to double click the magnifying glass, and there's what my sun with stitches looks like, and there's the sun right there in the middle, which is the artwork. What's it look like in 3D? I'm going to click on 3D. Oh, that looks really nice. Now if I didn't want this particular fill pattern, you can change the fill pattern, and maybe I want it to be a random. Let's do smooth and hit apply. And we'll see what it kind of looks like now. So there we go. Let's hit our select tool, and I'm going to do the magnifier, and I'm going to click over into here to look. See, it's really nice fill there. So double click the magnifying glass. Now there is one thing I don't like about this is there's flat spots here. So I'm going to get a circle, and it's up here with the pencil, and click down on there and get your circle tool. They call it Eclipse, and just make a circle you think's about the right size. And then go get your select tool and drag this. Whoops, I was too small. I made it too large. So I'm going to grab a handle here. Whoops. Let's set the sun right on the circle. All right. So now let's select the circle. And let's make it a steel stitch. And this may be too big. Yeah, that's a little big. So the default steel stitch is 2.5 in width. So I'm going to make it 1.5 in width and hit apply and see if that covers up my, yeah, that did a really good job. It covered up the inside, so my sun looks really nice. Now, if I wanted the sun to be solid in the middle, I would select this item and just hit a fill. And then you would have it totally filled in. So there you go. It's fairly logical if you know your tools of how to build things. You don't have to go in and make 18 of these little points. So this guy needs to be just a fraction bigger no matter where I drop him. There's a little bit of white showing through. All right. And I stitched these out, and they stitched out really nice. You can put your initials, you put a smiley face in the middle. So that's how you can digitize one or two parts of something and then use other tools like the wreath tool or duplication tool. So save that, stitch it out, see what you like. This was Bernina Jeff, High Fashion Sewing, 970-256-1293. Check out my Shopify account, and then that's Bernina-Jeff.myshopify.com. Thank you.